He comes in wearing the orange with the blue, weighing officially at a ready 117 1/2 pounds. This incredible professional brings in an outstanding record consisting of 40 wins, 26 of those coming by way of knockout against 5 losses. Originally from Bohol, Philippines, now fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, USA. He is the 4-division world champion. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the Filipino Flash, Nonito Donaire. Weighing in officially at a ready 118 pounds. His professional record a perfect one. 18 bouts, 18 victories, 16 of those coming by way of knockouts. Fighting out of Yokohama, Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the champion and the knockout sensation. He is the monster, Naoya Inoue.
What up, everyone? It's that time again for another fight breakdown. This time I'm breaking down a fight that my cousin Victorino asked for. He asked for the monster Naoya Inoue against Nonito Donaire, which was 2019's Fight of the Year. And if you guys also remember, if you remember my top 5 boxes to watch, number 2 was Inoue. So I'm happy and excited to break down this fight. And this was actually highlights. I showed highlights of this fight. So I'm excited to break this down for you guys, and I'm going to score along with me. Let me know who you thought won and what was your scorecard at the end. But without any more to do, let's hop right into the fight. Round number 1. Both guys in the middle of the ring, bouncing. You can see that they're trying to feel each other out, see what's going on. Good jab from Inoue. He did jab to the body. You can see that both guys are on their toes because they know both guys have power. So they're keeping it on their toes. The moment one reacts, you can see that they're trying to bounce away, get around. They're trying to loosen up too. This is their way of loosening up. I think that they should work their jab a little bit more and work feints, since it's early on. Both guys got power. They should both try to feint each other, see what the other fighter is trying to look for. And good right hand to the body from Inoue. And you can tell Nonito Donaire is naturally bigger just looking at it, because Donaire has fought in the heavier weight classes. Inoue hasn't. He's only 18 fights compared to Donaire, who has 40 plus fights and is a former multiple, I believe, 4-division champion. So you can see both guys trying to feel each other out. Inoue trying to work that jab. So is Donaire. And you can see that one thing I like from both guys, you can see even though they're landing 1 or 2 shots on each other, good check left hook from Inoue, good combination, see, good body shot from Donaire, good overhand right, good uppercut from Donaire. You can see that both guys, they're picking, even though they're landing shots, they're picking each other in spots, catching each other off guard. And that's what I was going to say earlier. I like how both guys are using their feet to help keep each other off balance. The moment one attacks, they step out of range, and you can see that that's what they're trying to use, their footwork. So because they don't want to sit and take too many shots from one another, because like I said earlier, both have power, both have displayed one-punch knockout power. So you can see there's a lot of respect and a lot of caution between each other. I think Donaire should be trying to work his jab a little bit more up and down, head and body, and Inoue, I think he should be trying to jab but attack the body, because you see Donaire is naturally a little bit bigger. Wear that body down, wear the bigger guy's body down, and then move, step around. Good body shot. Don't pull back like that though. You can see that Donaire was trying to catch him with a hook, and you don't want to get caught with any free shots. And you can see Donaire's being aggressive, letting his hands go. I think he should have placed the shots a little bit better, try to punch around Inoue's guard. You can see Inoue. Good defense from Donaire. Good right hand. I don't think Donaire should just walk in. He's a taller guy. He should be working his jab. Even if he wants to put the pressure, jab first and then put that pressure on. Don't just try to walk right in. So that was a good round for both guys, but I felt that round was Inoue. I gave him 10-9 because he landed more of the harder, cleaner shots throughout the round. They were both trying to feel each other out. Both did have spots, but I feel like Inoue landed more the overhand right, the hook. He landed the harder shots, the more telling shots in that one. But you can tell they both have respect for each other and are, trying to sit on their shots and make the other person respect them. So if I was in Donaire's corner, I would tell him, like, listen, I like how you're bouncing, keeping him off guard, but I would say don't just walk in. I would say when you're bouncing, start jabbing your way in, double that jab, and then shoot your combination up. Like, you're the bigger, stronger guy. Don't worry. Don't try to load up right away. Work your jab. Keep working that jab to set up combinations and even work your feints. Because you see Inoue he's trying to wait. The moment you come in, then he's letting his punches go, or he's waiting to jab and then real quick shoot a body shot and then get out. I would say feint him, and then when he reacts, then you counter him. If I was Inoue, in his corner, I would tell him, like, good job, good round, keep doing what you're doing. Touch that body just a little bit more with the jabs and mix it up. Jab body, or jab to head, then jab to body, or jab to head, right hand to body. I would say keep touching that body little by little. It doesn't have to be a lot of body types, but break him down. He's naturally bigger, so let's take that body. Let's wear him out a little bit, and the moment he comes forward like this, touch, body shot, and get out. Don't try to sit there and exchange. Use your feet. Keep moving around. The moment he does this, let your hands go just a little bit. It doesn't have to be crazy. 3-4 punches and then get out. Don't just sit there and try to exchange and load up. Just tap, win the round like that. Shoot combinations, sit on 1 or 2 shots, get out. But let's hop into round number 2 and see how that goes. Round number 2. You can see Donaire's back bouncing. You can see Inoue bouncing too. Donaire's moving around a little bit. He's trying to work that jab head body. You see that Inoue was using his feet. He doesn't feel comfortable, so he's using his feet to get out of range. You see that Inoue is loosening up a little bit. He's trying to work that jab to the body, which I think is a good thing that help out set his combinations up. Donaire, I think he needs to be using jab, but not only just a jab. I think he should sit down and use a little bit more stiff jabs. Good right hand to the body. I liked how he doubled up his jabs to set that right hand to the body. Good left hook to the body. Good left hook from both guys. Inoue had a better left hook, and you can see Inoue is trying to throw quick, hard hooks and then get out. I don't think Donaire should get in a hooking match with Inoue. Inoue is faster, so you can see that he's trying to load up. Donaire should use his defense, and when he makes him slip, then counter right off that. Good body shot, but he needs to worry about, if he's going to throw that body shot, he needs to come up with another left hook to the head, because you see Inoue is catching him every time with that. So keep that right hand up and then come up with another hook, catch him off guard. Good defense from Donaire, but he shouldn't sit there. You see Inoue is trying to throw fast combinations and sit on that hook. So he should try to step out of range or weave that hook and come up with a right hand. And like I said, good body shot from Donaire, but I think Donaire should be trying to sit on hard jabs, stiff hard jabs right now, and then let his hands go. Inoue is working a good jab. And I think Inoue should use more speed right now. You can see, I think Donaire's a little tense. He wants to load up on his shots. So, keep touching him with quick punches, quick jabs to the body, quick combinations. And then when he does try to sit up on Wosho, then catch him with a hard hook. Good changing the angles, but I don't think he should stay on the ropes. He should work his defense. A good left hook from Donaire. Work his defense and then get back in the middle of the ring. He should not want to stay on the ropes, because you can see Donaire, that's what his mindset is, pushing him on the ropes, because you see he's trying to load up on his shots right now. So I think Inoue should be moving, trying to move. Don't stay in one spot. He should box and move, just like that. Just keep boxing and move. Donaire, he needs to be trying to attack the body, but working the jab. He's the taller fighter, so he shouldn't just come in walking, and he should be working behind a stiff, hard jab, and then letting his hands go right after that. You can see both guys are just looking at each other, trying to figure out what they can set up. And right here, I think they should both work their feints. See how the other fighter is going to react. You can see. Oh, time. So, I gave that 10-9 Inoue. Inoue was doing good boxing. He's doing good letting his hands go, sitting on the landing the clean, harder shots, and he's using his speed and power while Donaire's trying to load up and, you know, try to take Inoue out. So if I was in Donaire's car, I'd be like, listen, we see you're the bigger guy. You want to back him down and wear him out. I'd be like, but don't just walk in. That's where he's catching you off guard. Back him up with a stiff, hard jab, and even double hard jabs, like stiff jabs. Back him up, then attack the body. Don't just try to walk in, because that's where he's catching you in between, or as you're walking in, that's where he's catching you. He's letting his hands go and then move. Letting his hands go, or he sits there, lets his hands go and then tighten up right after that. I'll be like, jab, work that jab. And the moment he throws, then you can counter, block, whatever. But I'll also tell him, touch the body a little bit more. Stop trying to hit up because he's weaving a lot more, or he's blocking because his hands are up high. And I'll tell him, like, relax, stop trying to tense up on every shot. Shoot your fast hands too. Like, Donaire doesn't have slow hands. He has fast hands himself. Not as fast as Inoue, but he does have fast hands. I'll be like, let some hand speed go behind those punches and then sit on like, if you throw 4 punches, throw 3 fast combinations and sit on 1 hard shot, or throw 2 fast punches, sit on 2 hard shots. I'm like, mix the speed and power. Don't just load up because he sees it coming and can tense up or block or maneuver around it. If I was Inoue, I'll be like, listen, he's trying to bully you. He's trying to back you into a corner. I'll be like, jab and check hooks going backwards, and then the moment you back touches that rope, you either tie him up or you slide out. But keep moving, use your feet, keep stepping around, and stay in the middle of the ring. Don't let him get you where he can use his size and that power he has. I'll be like, hit, and move, and work your jab a lot more. I would say, especially that jab to the body. You could even jab to the body, come back with a check hook, keep him off balance, and catch him coming forward. Take advantage that he wants to come forward without any punches. But let's hop into round number 3 and see how that goes. Round number 3. Also, Inoue was cut because they showed in the second round that there was a big left hook that Donaire landed that cut Inoue. So you can see Donaire's trying to come out, and Inoue is moving around boxing. And you can see he's covering up that left eye. He's trying to protect that left eye that's cut. And you can see, I think Donaire sees it, and that's why he's coming out a little bit more aggressive, trying to put that pressure on him. And I think Inoue should be trying to jab while he's moving around, jab, and counter with that check left hook. That was a good counter from Donaire, jumping in, calling with a jab. But he can't get reckless. Donaire can't get reckless. He should be working his jab and still trying to box and put that pressure on. Don't just trying to muscle your way in. There was a little low blow. It was on the belt line. Referee warning. Good jab to body. And that's what I think Inoue needs to do. That was good defense. And then, yes, he's back in the middle of the ring. This is where he needs to stay. In the middle of that ring. And constantly working that jab. And I think he should work quick combinations right now. Inoue, I'm talking about. Donaire needs to work, like I said, work. He's just trying to bully Inoue. I think he needs to be working that jab. Yes, he has the size, but work that jab first, and then when you get inside, then you can sit on your hard shots. You can lean on Inoue and wear him out. But until then, this is where it's the 3rd round. He's still fresh, so wear him down with hard jabs. Set quick combinations up, and that will help slow him down. That you can get him later on in the fight. Good jabs to the body from Inoue. Good jab. See, Inoue is winning this jabbing match. Donaire, if he wants to put the pressure and keep Inoue in the corner, he has to get into a jabbing match. But the only difference is he needs to shoot strong, hard jabs to back Inoue out. And that's why Inoue is having success jabbing and moving, because he's throwing quick jabs, good combinations. Because Donaire's just walking in, and he can just touch him, and he knows the distance if he's too close or too far away. I'm talking about Inoue and that jab. See, jabbing, now he knows he can move. Donaire, he feels like he has to get closer and closer, when really, if he just shoot that jab, he'll get closer, or he'll be right in range that he needs to be. And this is why the jab is so important right now for both guys. And right now, Inoue is taking full advantage of it, of the jab. Good jab. Donaire needs to, see, he's trying to jump in. Donaire needs to jab and move his feet together. He shouldn't be just trying to jab and stay in place. Because you see right now, Inoue is trying to move, so he needs to jab and move with him. And he needs to throw quick counters. I'm talking about Donaire. And throw multiple punches, not just one, because Inoue is moving. He's moving, good check hook. You can see, like I said, you can see Donaire's too tense, like he's trying to load up and get Inoue out of there with one punch. And with someone like Inoue, even though he doesn't have a lot of fights, 18, he is a champion. He has fought multiple times. He's a multiple division world champion as well. I believe 2 division world champion or 3 world division, only 18 fights. So you got to give him some credit because he does know how to box, which he's demonstrating right now. You can't just rush in and bully him because Inoue does have speed and he's using his feet as you saw there. And that's why I gave Inoue that round 10-9 Inoue, because Inoue was mostly winning that fight just jabbing. He was out jabbing, out boxing Donaire, while Donaire's trying to muscle his way in. You see Inoue jabbing, landing jab, and even threw some combinations in, and then started moving, while Donaire's trying to jump in and reach with 1 or 2 hard shots, or even look for 1 hard shot, and then that's it. And that's why Inoue's catching him with some short left hooks on the inside as well. So if I was in Donaire's corner, I would tell him, like, listen, stop trying to load up with 1 shot, 1 or 2 shots. Let your hands go. Throw hard jab. Back him up. Don't walk your way in. Back him up with stiff, hard jabs, and then you can sit on your shots. But don't load up on everything. And when I say load up, it's like he's tense up and then he's trying to swing with everything he got. I'm like, no, speed, power right there. Snap your shots. And then when you see the opening or you see there's a spot where he's like, his guard's here, you can come around, then we can load up and shoot that hard shot and then get him out of there. But right now, like I said, I would tell Donaire, let your hands go, just let him go. You're trying to knock him out and it's only the 3rd round, or we just got done with 3rd round, we're going into 4th. You act like we're in the 12th and final round that you need a knockout to win. I'll be like, box with him. Donaire can box. I'll be like, box with him. Use your speed, use your power, and back him up. Like, yeah, box, but box by putting pressure on, not just trying to be a bully, walk your way in. You're making the fight easy for Inoue. If I was Inoue, I'd be like, beautiful, keep doing what you're doing, keep jabbing and moving. The only thing I would tell him is add a little bit more combination. So while you're jabbing, come in with a 1-2 and then get out 1-2-3, or even 2 check left hook. Like, change it up, change your combinations up just a little bit and keep working that jab, especially that jab to the body, because right now his hands are here. I'll say, boom, make him hunch down and then try to shoot an overhand right, or even go back with that check left hook, finish it with a right hand. But I would just tell him, keep doing more combinations and using your feet. Don't stay still for Donaire. So, but let's hop into round number 4 and see how that goes. Round number 4. See, Donaire wanted to put that pressure on. Good jab to the body, and that's what Donaire needs to do, is work that jab. That jab's going to help him set him up for a lot of things. Just constantly working that jab, putting the pressure and jab, putting the pressure. See how it made Inoue duck down? See, he can read and understand better, and you can see Inoue, he's covering that left eye. So Donaire should be trying to work that jab more and shoot like more left hooks, like a jab cross hook or jab hook, like trying to attack that eye more, because you can see Inoue is trying to do everything to protect that eye right now. So I would try, like, even jab, left hook to the body, left hook to the head, like trying to attack that side. And that's better. Like, even though he didn't land none of the punches, that's better. He's pushing Inoue back and making Inoue keep his hands up where Inoue can't attack. Good short combinations inside from Inoue. Good jab to the body from Inoue. Good left hook. So I think Inoue should feint too. Feint a lot more. You know, work his jab, but feint. Don't just try to just jab your way in, because sometimes a feint will throw Donaire off. Like, keep him guessing. Good overhand right. And that same thing for Donaire. I think he should feint too, because you see that Inoue was just trying to shoot a fast, hard combination and then get out or move. So see what he's looking for. And I was going to say that was good move from Donaire, keeping that distance. Don't let Inoue try to hold you. See, because he'll turn you, and guess what? He's got this whole ring he's got to use now. So I think Donaire should get back on that jab. Hard jabs too. Don't just throw fast jabs. Mix it up. Fast jabs, hard jabs, stiff jabs. Mix it up and then attack that body. See, he's headhunting right now. He needs to be attacking that body. Straight right hands to the body, hooks to the body. Like, mixing it up and cutting the ring off. That's another thing he needs to do. Is cut that ring off on Inoue. Good jab inside. He missed the first 2 punches, but he was able to sneak in a jab. So, good jabs. I like how Inoue was working his 3 combinations. But Donaire should try to slide back. Like you saw, he tried it right there. He tried to hop back and throw a check hook. He just wasn't in the right position. But that's what I think he should do more, is trying to hop out and then shoot a shot. Don't just sit there and try to counter right off there, because you see Inoue's hitting and then trying to jump out. So Donaire, I think he needs to be working the jab to the chest. Good right hand. Good jab from Donaire. Good right hand. Inoue needs to be careful with not pulling back or staying in one spot, because like good jab from Donaire, because you can see Donaire, he's like I say, this whole fight he's trying to load up on shots. He's trying to sit on a couple hard shots, and if Inoue is not careful, he can get hurt, dropped, or even stopped. So it was better early on how Donaire was working the jab and trying to let his hands go. I think he needs to do more of that, but mix it up between fast jabs and hard, stiff jabs. Just because those quick jabs may keep his hand here, and then he might see an opening where then he can let his hands go. Or even mix up a hard jab to move the gloves out of the way, where then he can shoot shots and let his hands go after that. But I gave that round 10-9 Inoue. I think it wasn't like, compared to the other rounds, I felt Inoue won clearly. This one I felt was a little bit closer, like it was tightening up a little bit, just because Donaire was letting his hands go a little bit more, and he was able to land shots a little bit more. He's finding Inoue's patterns. He slipped the jab and caught him with a right hand. He was able to, like, he missed the jab right hand, but he was able to slide through and catch him with a jab coming up like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, Donaire's finding it. It's just he's letting Inoue be able to box him right now, outbox him, let his hands go, and catch him with combinations. I think if Donaire was to use more of his head movement and footwork to step out of range when Inoue starts punching and then counter off that, then I think he'll have a lot more success, and also use that jab. So if I was Donaire's corner, I'd be like, listen, you're finding his rhythm. Feint him a lot more and start working your stiff jabs to the chest, okay? The moment he jabs, I want you to start slipping, counter with that right hand, because you caught him one time. But when you catch him with that right hand, even if you don't, come back with a left hook or shoot that straight jab, but try to make it into a power jab like Kovalov does, slip, and then just make that a power jab, and then you can shoot another right hand or shoot whatever combination you want. But I would tell him, like, try to box more. Don't try to bull rush him because he's catching you. Try to box more and outbox him and see how that goes. If I was Inoue, I'd be like, listen, you're good, you're doing good, but we're not liking that you're pulling back a lot and he's catching you. I would say, if you're gonna move, I'll step back with the hands up, or just squat down and weave and get low like he did early on. Don't pull back because he's going to catch you, and he caught you with a few shots. And then I'll also tell him, feint him a lot more, because you're becoming too predictable. You're just throwing punches and it's the same speed. I would tell him also, change up your speed, because you're just throwing fast jabs all the time. I'd be like, pull with your jab, or even sometimes shoot a slower but harder jab. Mix it up and then sit on your shots, or even throw a quick combination off that. But don't be too predictable, because he's catching you with the right hand. He's catching you with shots. You're becoming predictable. Change it up. Feint. Change it up. Change the speed in your punches up. Even mix it up with speed and power. Like, throw a fast combination, then sit on a hard shot. Or throw a couple hard shots, and then a quick combination right after that. So, let's hop into round number 5 and see how that goes. Round number 5. So you can see both guys moving around, bouncing on their toes, moving around in the middle of the ring. Good. I think Donaire should have tried throwing another punch off that, because he backed Inoue in the corner, but then kind of stepped back. I think he should have either stood right there or stayed right, throw another punch. But he's aiming for the head, and you can see Inoue is trying to lean back. That's why I think he should be trying to attack the chest and body, but with straight shots. Don't look for that left hook to the body, because he was getting countered with Inoue's left hook. Shoot more like jab, right hands to the body instead of the head. See Inoue, he's just waiting on Donaire right now, waiting for Donaire to rush in and then counter. And this is what I was saying, like, that Donaire needs to work his feints, but also throw quick jabs or even a stiff jab to the body and chest. Throw him off a little bit and then counter. Don't just walk your way in. Good right hand from Inoue. See, good body shot from Donaire. He's got a nice body shot. But I think he should throw that body shot, come up with a right hand or a left hook to the body, and then come up with a left hook to the head. But by him just rushing in like this, it's helping Inoue out a lot more, because Inoue can see that he's coming and see how he takes step back or set punch combinations up. You can see, and I like that in Donaire's looking for that left hook to the body, but he should shoot it off combinations. Don't just shoot right off. Like shoot it off a 1-2, then left hook to the body, or jab, left hook to the body. Like he should be mixing it up. And you can see Inoue is just waiting for Donaire to come in, and then he's gonna hit him with a jab or a check left hook, and then slide out. And that's a smart move from Inoue. Just keep moving just like that. And Donaire keeps, like I said, headhunting. I think he should attack that body more, but like off. Shoot like a jab to the head and then attack the body, or shoot a 1-2 to the head and then attack the body, or even just shoot to the body, like a jab to the body and then attack the body. Like mix it up, like constantly changing it up. Don't keep doing the same thing, making it easy. And Inoue got caught with that right hand. Good body shot from Donaire. Also, I think Inoue needs to keep his chin down, because I'm noticing when he punches, especially when he jabs, that chin jumps right in the air, and he's gotten hit with 2 or 3 right hands in this round. It hasn't been hard, but he's been getting hit with it. So he needs to be careful with that. Good right hand from Inoue. And Donaire's trying to sit on his shots, back Inoue up. Inoue, same thing. Inoue shouldn't be headhunting, because Donaire's doing smart. Weaving, sliding back. He should be trying to attack the body. Yes, he hurt him with that right hand, but he should wear down the body. Make Donaire hands go down and slow Donaire down by attacking that body, then throwing to the head. That was a good overhand. So that was a 10-9 for Inoue. But see what I'm saying? By Donaire just coming in like that, just trying to muscle his way in, it's making it easy for Inoue to box, to jab, hook, slide out, or even catch him with some shots. Even just trying to throw like just a jab, just trying to just like Donaire's just throwing the jab. Like when he comes forward, if you notice, he's just throwing it just to throw it, and that's why Inoue slipped and countered and hurt him with that right hand. That's why I think he needs to make it like hard, stiff jab, but power, like a snap behind it, not just like throwing it out there, because that's what happened. Inoue caught him. Also, Donaire is just trying to look for that body shot. I want him to attack the body, but he's just looking for it right here. Like Inoue sees it coming. He should just hide it behind some punches, then slide it in, or like go to body and then come up, like shoot straight shots to the body, and then look for that hook to the body, left hook to the body. Because you can see he's looking for that left hook to the body, and it's landed a few times, but it's not efficient because it's right there. He sees it. He should be trying to jab, hook to the body, throw combinations, then rip to the body. Or because he's just depending, either there's 2 things: he's either slipping then throwing it, or he's depending on block and then trying to shoot it. And this is where Inoue is catching him with those hooks every time. That's why I keep saying he needs to mix it up. And Donaire's becoming very predictable in this fight. He keeps doing the same thing, just trying to bully him in, just trying to throw a couple shots and then look for that left hook to the body. Or just trying to rush in with a 2 while he's tense, rush in with a 1-2, or if he gets Inoue, then start ripping hard shots instead of just letting his hands go. Like you see Inoue, he's letting his hands go, boom. Yeah, he's catching him every once in a while with hard right hands, but then you see the perfect timing came in, then he slipped and boom, caught him with that right hand. And that's what I think, the same thing that Inoue is doing, I think Donaire needs to do. But the only difference is Donaire has the size, so he can sit down a little bit more on his shots, but behind this hard jab, stiff hard jab, not just lazy jab like here. You see what I'm saying? Like he needs to be trying stiff hard jabs to the head, to the body, mixing it up to help him land those shots. And then I think he shouldn't be so tense. I think he should just let his hands go, and then when the opening presents himself, like how Inoue was doing, then you sit on your combinations or sit on a few hard shots. But that's what I would tell him if I was in Donaire's corner. I'd be like, listen, stop trying to load up on every shot. Like, listen, if you're gonna put the pressure, you're gonna be aggressive, okay? Stiff hard jabs, no lazy jabs, stiff hard jabs, and then shoot your punches, shoot combinations. And I would say that body shot, we know you look for that body shot, but throw combinations and then look for your body shot. Stop trying to look for it right off the bat, because he sees it and he's catching you with that hook every time. So I would tell him combinations, then finish with that body shot, or in the middle of the combination, shoot to the body and then come up right after that. If I was in Inoue's corner, I'll tell him, like, listen, keep doing what you're doing. The only thing is, I would tell him, attack that body a little bit more. Especially when you have him hurt, don't headhunt, because you see that he's stepping back, he's rolling with your shots. I would tell him, attack the body more. Make him focus on that body. And then, as you're hitting the body, then come up top after that. I would just, that's my main thing. I'd be like, just change up like that. But keep jabbing, keep beating him with those check hooks, keep moving around, keep the fight simple, just like that. But let's hop into round number 6 and see how that goes. All right, round number 6. See both guys in the middle of the ring, both trying to bounce, move around. Donaire just was pulling with his jab. And see, I think he needs to do more of that, but a little bit quicker with his hands. I'm talking about the jab, throwing the right hand to the body. Like, I think he should be trying to do more of that. But he needs to be, if he's not going to throw stiff, hard jabs, he needs to throw quick jabs, no lazy jabs. Because you know Inoue is looking for that right hand now. He's trying to go over the top, throw that right hand. Inoue, you can see he's just waiting for Donaire right now. He's going back, waiting for Donaire, trying to see what Donaire does and then counter. Inoue is turning into a counter puncher. He's just waiting for his spots before he attacks. And with someone like Inoue who's turning into a counter puncher, Donaire should be feinting a lot more. Just feint, see how he reacts, and even throw a couple shots to see how he reacts and then counter him after that. Good jabs from Inoue. I think Inoue's chin is a little too up in the air. I don't like that. Especially, notice when he jabs, that chin shoots up a lot. If Donaire can slip and time him with a right hand and finish it with a left hook, I think he'll have a lot more success. Especially when he jabs, like if he can time that jab. But Donaire should be trying to jab to the body. Even work that jab like that. Good body shot. See how he jabbed and went left hook to the body. See, hide that left hook. That's what I was saying before. He needs to hide. Good jab to the body. That's what Donaire needs to do, is change it up. Just change it up. If he can change up what he's doing and hide his certain attacks, I think he'll have real good. But he shouldn't stay there, because Inoue has the faster hands, and he's letting his hands go in combination while Donaire's trying to load up. So he can't sit there. He should either counter right away or step out and then come back in. Good right hand from Inoue. Good right hand. See, Donaire's just staying right there. And that's how Inoue was able to let his hands go. Donaire can't stay right there. He got to use his feet or slip or weave and then counter right off that right away. See, you see how he was trying to jab and Inoue was looking for that right hand. That's why he can't get lazy with that jab. Good check left hook. And Donaire shouldn't be trying to jump in so much, because Inoue was catching with that hook all the time from him jumping in or even trying to shoot to that body. Good jabs to the body from Inoue. Good check left hook. So that was a better round in the sense early on for Donaire. He was boxing and able to catch Inoue with some shots. And even, as I said, jab, he hid his left hook to the body behind the jab, and guess what? He was able to land it. But the problem happened is he started staying right there for Inoue, and Inoue started letting his hands go. And then he started trying to load up for one hard shot while Inoue was doing 4 or 5 quick combinations and then got out. And then that's where I felt like Inoue was starting to take the round back to his favor, and I think he won that round 10-9, because like I said, he was throwing quick combinations, letting his hand, or Donaire was boxing him, doing pretty good, landing good combinations. But then guess what? Inoue threw quick combinations and then was able to get out and then start having success and start letting his hands go more and was getting confident. And that's what I think Donaire, that's why I was saying early on too, I was saying he should try to switch it up and box. And I think he can outbox Inoue, but the big problem is, I think his game plan, I think their game plan is that they feel like they're the bigger, stronger fighter. So to muscle him, bully him, and sit down on these shots where it feels like Inoue has never been hit like that. So to make Inoue feel like, oh man, I'm against a bigger guy, naturally bigger guy, stronger guy, you know, like put doubt in his mind and catch him and even hurt him and possibly stop him. But I think that's the wrong game plan in the sense right now. Like early on, they should have been trying to box him, wear him down, and then as the round started getting later, then you implement your size and, you know, strength and power on him. Because you could see, like, by Donaire just trying to walk his way on the inside, Inoue is boxing. He's trying to counter with hooks. Every time Donaire jumps in, he's catching him with a short chest left hook and, you know, sliding out right after that. So that's why I'm saying this is what I think was a bad game plan. Him just trying to impose his size and will on Inoue while Inoue was just boxing. So if I was Donaire and Donaire's crowd, I'd be like, listen, if you're going to box him box him. But the moment he starts flirting, you tighten up and slide out. Don't let him, because he's getting confidence that where he's waiting for you, and then he'll take a couple shots, or he'll lose a couple, like he'll lose the first half of the round, but he will wait for you to make that one mistake, or he'll throw a punch. And the moment he sees you staying still, he starts letting his hands go. I'll be like, don't stay still. You're weaving, stepping out, or weaving, slipping, and countering with combinations. Not one shot, you're countering with combinations. And then I would tell him, like, work quick jabs. Stop trying to throw one jab and a slow jab. Throw quick jabs, and then to set him up for a right hand or left hook, something. And I just keep telling him, listen, do what you're doing. Keep working him. I would tell him the only thing is, if he starts boxing with you, don't let him outbox you. I'd be like, jab with him. Jab, catch his jab, or slip, jab to the body, and then come up top with a right hand. That's the only thing I would tell him to change. Don't let him outbox you. You box with him. Take advantage. Or even slip combinations and then get out, because what you're going to do is force him to rush you. And guess what? He's going to neglect. He's going to make all the mistakes, come forward, and then guess what? You just start letting your hands go, like we've been doing this whole fight. Turning, letting your hand go, turn, and we win the fight easy. But let's hop into round number 7 and see how that goes. Round number 7. See both guys move around. Inoue just moving around. You see him shaking his arm, just trying to loosen up, because it's halfway through the fight. They got the second half right now. See, Donaire's trying to feint and work his jab as well. Good jab to body. And I think Donaire should be trying to do that more. Jab to body and then shoot some punches off that. Especially when Inoue is bouncing like that, that's where he should shoot the jab to the body, catch him off, because he's not ready to fight after that. He's off balance. You should just try to catch a good right hand. See? He timed him. But that's what I was saying. He timed him. He caught him while he's bouncing, jab to the body, and caught him with or jab and then caught him with a right hand. And that's what you should do. Take advantage. Catch Inoue when Inoue is bouncing like that. He's not ready to fight, and then catch him. Good, but don't rush in. I think he should. When Inoue is backing up, shoot that right hand to the body. I'm talking about Donaire. That's what he should do. Work that jab, and when Inoue is going straight back, attack that right hand to the body. Keep both guys jabbing each other at the same time. Good right hand. See what I was saying? That jab is going to help set everything up. And that jab, those jabs didn't land, but guess what? That right hand did. Good body shot. And I think Donaire, he should not fall asleep though. You see how he should be moving his head a little bit. Good jab to body. But don't jump in. I don't think he should jump in. He should just stay right there or take a small step forward and then let his punches. Don't jump in, because that's where he's getting caught with the left hook. So that time he just Inoue just ducked, but that was a good jab. He shot that right hand and then finished with a jab. Good jabs to the body from Donaire. Good jab. See, this is all Donaire's got to do. And I would say the only thing I would change up is maybe even add a check left hook behind that jab when he's going backwards. Inoue coming, jab, check left hook, or check left hook, right hand. Mix it up just a little bit. That's all I would say. Good defense, good. See how he's using his feet and rolling, getting out. Good body shot. He shouldn't. Don't try to go back to being a brawler. Go back to boxing. Don't give up all that hard work that he did. And you can see Inoue just trying to move, trying to catch him with the jab. Good. He blocked and stepped out of range. Donaire should box. It seems like he's trying to box, but he seems in moments he seems like he's tensing up, and that's how you know he's looking for that power shot. He starts tensing up. He should go back to boxing. Stay as the boxer right now. He's had one of his best rounds right now, because why? Because he was boxing Inoue. So that round for me was 10-9 Donaire. Why? Because he was boxing. He was outboxing, using his jab, changing it up. And you see how the jab became so effective for him in that round. He didn't land the jab. There was a few times he threw that double jab. It didn't land. But guess what? It did land that right hand. And I was saying he can land that right hand on Inoue, because Inoue sticks his chin up in the air. But you see why I said the jab? The jab is the key weapon for him in this. And he was a boxer. That's what I think he should do. Yes, he could be the pressure fighter behind the jab though. he can be a boxer as well with the jab. And you could see when he was boxing, moving, letting that jab go, it was playing in his favor. But the moment you saw in spots, if you watch it, he started tensing up again. And guess what? Started trying to go back to muscling his way. And this is where Inoue didn't take full advantage. He took advantage, but he didn't take full advantage like he did earlier and let his hands go and entice Donaire to come at him. You see what I'm saying? And this is what I think Donaire needs to do is go back as a boxer. Just box. Set those punches up, because you started seeing also not only the right hand was landing, he was able to land more left hooks to the body. And that's how, if he was doing this early, I think he could have changed the tide. It's still early in the fight. We still got the second half. We're in the second half. So there's still more rounds, but he would have had a lot more impact if he was doing this early on compared to trying to muscle Inoue out early. But if I wasn't doing this, I'd be like, listen, that was one of the best rounds you had in this fight. You were working your jab, you were outboxing. Stay as a boxer. Be smart. Work your jab. Set those right hands up. And off that right hand, start adding that left hook to the body, because you're looking for it. Even throw a quick jab, left hook to the body. Jab, left hook to the body. Come up with a left hook up top, but stay as a boxer. The moment you start tensing up, guess what? You're playing in his favor, and he's going to start outworking you. Stay as a boxer. Outwork him, because that was beautiful work as a boxer. If I was in Inoue's corner, I'd be like, listen, don't let him out jab you. Even if the jabs are not landing, he's looking for that right hand or looking for that left hook to the body. I would tell him, but listen, you step out of range and slide out, or you catch him off guard. When he's jabbing, you'll slip and throw your jab, or slip, come back with the right hand. I would tell him, like, start trying to slip and counter with that right hand. Don't let him out jab you. Take that jab away and make it where he wants to jump in and get all tense and want to brawl with you. I said that plays in our favor, and that makes the fight a lot easier for us. So you jab with him, catch jab, or preferably, what I would tell Inoue, slip, come back with that right hand, and then follow it with a body shot, left hook to the body or left hook to the head. Don't just slip and throw that right hand. Throw combinations right behind it. But let's hop into round number 8 and see how that goes. Round number 8. Both guys bouncing around. Inoue moving. Donaire bouncing. Both guys are bouncing right now. I think Donaire he shouldn't reach. He was trying to reach. I think he should go back to being a boxer. Boxer working that jab. Don't jump in. I've been saying that. Don't jump in. That's where Inoue is catching. You should just jab. Work that jab. See how Inoue is working his jab? Even though you're coming forward, doesn't mean you don't have to jab. You can still work that jab coming forward. And that's what Donaire, I'm talking about Donaire. That's what he needs to do, is work that jab. Work the jab. Good right hand from Inoue. See, too far away. He's trying to look for that left hook to the body. Good right hand. Good right hands from Donaire. But what I was saying is, like, he was too far away trying to look for that left hook to the body, and Inoue saw that. That's what I'm saying. He needs to work his jab, work combinations, and good right hands. See, like, his right hand right now is his best weapon. His jab is also his best weapon, but to set that right hand up, he needs to be using that jab. He's looking too much for that left hook to the body when that right hand's been landing a lot more in this fight. And I think he should shot the right hand right there. I think Donaire's trying to get too close where he lands the hook. He should be working more straight shots, and then if they're getting close, then throw your hooks. Inoue is doing good though. You see how Inoue, he's trying to keep the distance. He's fighting like he's the taller fighter with longer arms. He's on the outside, hitting, moving. Good body shot from Donaire. I think Inoue shouldn't be trying to stay there. He should be going back to how he was doing, boxing and moving. Good block from Donaire. But Donaire, you see, he left his hand. He should have been trying to punch off that. He shouldn't have left his hand there. So, I think Inoue should be trying to, move and work that jab. I think he should be trying to work that jab a little bit more. Don't stay inside with Donaire, because that's where Donaire right now wants to be, on the inside, where he can rip hard hooks right now. Inoue, I think he should stick with his straight shots and that overhand right. But don't sit there and trade with Donaire. That's what I think he should not do, because this is, he's bleeding a lot more because he's sitting there trading. By him trading is helping Donaire, because Donaire wants to rip those hooks, uppercuts, all those punches, while Inoue, he's on the outside letting his hands go, shooting straight shots, even combinations, and then turning out. See? Oh, he's constantly working that jab. this is Inoue wants to be on the outside. Let him be on the inside. Donaire wants to be on the inside. So don't help Donaire by staying in there. Hit and move. Hit and move. When Inoue is moving, hitting and moving, he makes the fight easier on himself. But I'll give that round 10-9 for Donaire, because Inoue was boxing and letting his hands go, but then he's trying to get bold and stay there with Donaire, and you could see Donaire started landing harder shots, backing him up, and started landing a little bit more right hands, but also he started making, he started opening up Inoue's cut a lot more, where he started bleeding, and you could see like he wasn't feeling a little bit comfortable as he was early on. So I felt like Donaire, even though it was a close round, I feel like it was a close round, but I feel Donaire did enough to pull that round back in his favor. But it's Donaire's making the fight harder on himself by trying to muscle him and trying to get in close. He's the taller fighter with I believe he has a 2-inch reach, an inch or two on Inoue. That makes a big difference. He could be hitting him from outside, but he wants to get in too close. And guess what? Inoue was fighting like he's the taller fighter, and he's just on the outside, staying on the outside. So that's what I would tell Donaire: stop trying to get on the inside. If he comes inside, or if you guys happen to be inside, that's fine. Let your hands go. Rip those hooks, those hard shots. But when you're on the outside, work that jab and shoot that straight right hand to the head, to the body. And then once you land, then you can throw that left hook to the body, or then you can throw a few of your hooks. But Donaire's too worried about getting inside, and that's what I would tell him if I was the court. Stop trying to get inside so much. If it happens, it happens. If not, you don't force it. You just stay outside and work with your reach. If I was Inoue, I would tell him, like, listen, don't go inside. Why are you going inside? You're helping him out. Stay on the outside. He wants to be on the inside where he can shoot his hard hooks, load up on his right hands, load up on shots. Stay on the outside. Keep working on the outside. Shoot your combinations and move. If he gets inside, you tie up and hold, or you shoot a quick combination, then get outside and move. Don't sit there and try to trade with him. There's no need for that. Box him, outbox him, and box him. That's what literally all I would be saying. Box him. That's it. Just box him. Don't worry about trying to hurt him, or just outbox him. You're winning the fight when you're outboxing. Why change up? Keep going how you're going. Don't make the fight harder on yourself, especially we're getting in the later rounds. So let's hop into round number 9 and see how that goes. Round number 9. Inoue came right out shooting a jab. Remember what I said? When Inoue is bouncing, Donaire should take advantage, because he did catch him in one round where he was bouncing. He caught him with a 1-2, so I think he should go back to that. When he's bouncing, start shooting that jab to the body. See how Donaire's just trying to get close? He makes it hard for himself. He should be boxing. Inoue needs to keep moving. Don't stay right there, right in front of him. Good jabs from both guys. And Inoue should be doing back to that jab to the body. He's neglected that a little bit. I think he should go back. Jab to the body. Good counter check hook. Jab to the body, come up with a left hook, or jab to the body, come up with a right hand. Because you see he wants to look for that right hand. Why not help him out by touching that body a little bit? And Donaire's going back to just trying to pressure, bully him. Good jab, but he didn't work off that. I think good right hand. He caught Inoue. But this is where he needs to go to the body, because you see he's headhunting. Guess what? Inoue is trying to move, trying to slip, hold. This is where he needs to touch that body. He needs to, not just one punch, he needs to let combinations go and then sit on 2 or 3 shots in his combinations. He shouldn't be trying to load up with one shot. He needs to work that jab, and touch that body, that where he can set that right hand up. Good jab from Donaire. He needs to keep working that jab though. Jab, throw a couple jabs, because you see right now Inoue is he's trying to recover. He's just trying to move. That's why I said if he uses that jab, it's going to help to see where Inoue slips, and if he's looking to throw a punch, and guess what, he could counter off that. And he should be Inoue. If Inoue starts jabbing, he should look for a counter with that right hand. I'm talking about Donaire. He should slip and counter with that right hand. But he shouldn't be waiting, because guess what? Inoue was recovering right here. I'm not saying get reckless and do what he was doing coming forward, but he should be picking up the pace a little bit more, because Inoue, you could tell he's hurt, and he's not engaging much, because he's just trying to wind down that clock where he can rest up. He's just trying to rest, recover, regain his legs, regain his wits about him. Good right hand, but Donaire tried to rush in, use his feet. He needs to be stepping forward when he punches. And this is good. I think this is real good from Inoue. Not engaging much, just quick jab, move. This is good. I don't think he should engage. Even if he's feeling good now, I think he should just keep moving around and just recover. So that was a big round for Nonito Donaire that I feel like he could have took more advantage if he was working his jab more, but he was too busy trying to load up, and he let Inoue recover. And I think it was a smart move from Inoue from not engaging too much. Even if towards the end he felt fine, I think it was a smart move, just wearing down that clock, moving around, throwing one jab to catch Donaire off guard, and then move. But even though that was the case, I still gave that round 10-9 for Donaire. So if I was in Donaire's corner, I would have told him, listen, Donaire, you catch him. Keep looking for it. Anytime he jabs, slip counter with that right hand. But don't headhunt so much. You let him off the hook by trying to headhunt. I'll be like, tag that body. Touch up top, of course. Rip to the body. And then come back up top and load up. Don't just try to load up because you saw he was moving. He's trying to use his feet and weaving and blocking. I would say tag the body, mix it up, tag the body, and then rip the hard shots to the head. Just keep letting your hands go. Don't just try to load up 1, 2, 3 hard shots, and guess what? He's off the hook. And I would say, even if nothing was happening, you should have let your hands go a little bit more because he was just sitting there waiting for you because he's recovering. I'd be like, put that pressure. That's when you put the pressure, but not just this. Behind your punches, put the pressure on. If I was Inoue, I'd be like, listen, how you feeling? Look, that was a smart move, recovering. Don't get lazy with your jab. Keep that chin down. When you jab, that chin stays down here. Because I've been saying it for a while, Inoue, when he jabs or punches, sometimes he punches, he's normally here, but sometimes he'll get extra, especially when he's trying to reach for his head comes up. I'll be like, keep that chin tucked in, feint a lot more because he's looking to counter. Start sliding or stepping to your right. Get away from his right hand and move, slide to your right. Stay away from that right hand this round. Box him, stay away from that right hand. But let's hop into the 10th round and see how that goes. All right, 10th round. See both guys in the middle ring. And if I was Donaire, I think he should put the pressure on a little bit more behind his jab to see how if Inoue is still hurt. Not get reckless, but test it. Throw a couple jabs in, your combinations right after that to see, is Inoue still hurt from the last round or is he fully recovered where you got to change your game plan up. But I like how Inoue was using his feet, trying to keep that distance, and that was a good check hook from Inoue. I think Inoue should let his hands go, work that jab, and you can see he's wanting to get Donaire back for that last round, but he should be careful. He shouldn't be getting reckless. He should still work his jab, still throw his combination, but move. He shouldn't be trying to sit there and trying to load up on his shots and give Donaire a chance to land another right hand. He should be moving, stepping around. Good jab. Donaire he's letting Inoue win the jabbing match. He needs to beat Inoue. See, like hard, stiff jabs like that. That's what I was saying this whole time. Those hard, stiff jabs are going to help him. And that's what he should be using more in this fight. I like that Inoue is moving around, staying away from those ropes. That's one thing he definitely needs to keep staying away from is the ropes. And that's how he got caught with that right hand, because guess what? He was near the ropes. Staying in the middle ring, it favors him. Just keep moving just like that. Donaire, once again, he should be trying to work that jab and then shoot to the body, or even throw a couple of jabs. Force Inoue to jab where he can counter that jab with his right hand and hurt him again, but he shouldn't be trying to jump in like that because Inoue keeps catching him with a hook, but in that time he jabbed and just turned out, slide out. He shouldn't be trying to catch him, or he shouldn't be jumping in. He should be trying to attack the body just like that. See, it's there. Inoue shouldn't load up. He was trying to load up with that right hand. Good jab to body. You should just stay like that. Keep working the jab and keep countering with that hook. That's all. Also, good right hand from Donaire. Also, I was going to say the thing I would change up with Inoue, he likes to punch a lot. He doesn't feint. I think he should feint a little bit more. I think if he could feint more, it would help him a lot to see what's going on. Because if you keep punching Donaire, like Donaire caught him, he's going to time him. And I think further on in his career, if people can start timing him, because timing beats speed, they're gonna catch him. See, like that wasn't a hard right hand, but Donaire caught him. He's timing him. That's what I'm saying. Like he needs to feint and change it up just a little bit more. Good overhand right from, you can see it hurt Donaire a little bit. Good right hands. Good. I like how Inoue was letting his hands go. I think he should touch the body. He's trying to swing with one big hard shot. See, I like that he's letting his hands go. So that was a very good round from Inoue. I'll give that 10-9 for him, because you see that he's getting he was letting his hands go more, and you could see like he feels like he's recovered now, and he started putting the pressure on Donaire and backing Donaire up, and then you could see like he started towards the end, he started letting his hands go and even get comfortable where he started sitting on that right hand, and he did hurt and wobble Donaire. So we're heading into the championship round. So if I was Inoue, I would tell him, like, listen, he's gonna go for broke. He's gonna tense up and load up a lot more on his shots. I would tell him, box. Keep boxing. Keep letting your hands go. And if you hurt him, put that pressure, let your hands go. But be smart, because he's looking for that left hook. Every time he gets hurt, he tightens up and looking for that big left hook. So I would tell him, throw a couple quick shots and wait till you see he tenses up and loads. When you see him loading up for that hook, step out of range. When he throws it, then you jump right back on and put that pressure on him. And let your hands go. Don't try to load up. Let your hands go. And then when the opening comes, then you sit on that right hand or that hard overhand right. If I was Donaire, I would tell him, listen, man, championship rounds, we got to get him out of there. We got to stop him. This is how we got to do it, though. Don't just put your hands up and go forward. You got to work your jabs, stiff, hard jabs, and look for that right hand. I know this whole fight you've been looking for that left hook to the body. That right hand has hurt him and has caught him a couple times. I'll be like, jab, jab. Shoot that right hand. Hard right hands a lot more. And every time he jabs, you're going to either catch that right hand, catch the jab and shoot that right hand, or slip and catch it with the right hand. And I think that slip is going to work a lot better, the counter with that right hand. And then the moment you do, throw an uppercut, whether to the head or to the body, you're going to catch him in one of those and then go right back to that right hand. But start looking more for right hands. Don't look for your hooks. Don't load up that right hand. Beat him with that right hand. But let's hop into the 11th round and see how that goes. 11th round. Both guys bouncing. You can see Inoue he was jabbing. Look, I thought for a sec he was going to put that pressure on. And remember what I said? If Donaire sees Inoue bouncing, he should take full advantage and punch him while he's bouncing. Touch that body and then shoot his combination off that. Good right hand from Inoue. You can see Inoue's getting confident. He's putting that pressure on, throwing the jab, the 1-2s, especially those right hands. He's sitting down on him. Donaire, good body shot. Donaire should be trying to work hard jabs and then to set up, let Inoue run into that hard right hand. Like Donaire right now, he should have that right hand ready. Should be good jabs. He's using the jab good, but hard right hands. He's trying to look for that body shot. I think that right hand, let Inoue run into that straight right hand that hurt him. Good right hand, but he was squared up. He needs to be in his stance ready where he can sit on it. You can see Inoue is trying to load up, but I think Inoue shouldn't be loading up. He should let his hands go and then rip the hard shots to the body. Good body shot. Oh, you can see that hurt. I don't know what the referee's doing, why the referee stopped. I don't know if he thought it was a low blow or something happened, but you can see that body shot hurt Donaire a lot. You saw Inoue didn't think Donaire was going to beat that count. And I think Inoue should go right back to that body. But don't just jump in. He should be working that jab, doubling up that jab, and then shoot that right hand. Shoot the right hand, then slide the body shot. Or what he did, the jab, uppercut, then that left hook to the body. See, he's trying to headhunt a little too much. Throw a couple shots, yes. Throw a couple shots and then attack that body. Donaire should tighten up and then slide out. Tighten up, slide out, or hold him. Hold him. Keep blocking, weaving. A good counter left hook. And see, this is why Nonito Donaire is dangerous. Whether he's coming forward, going backwards, or hurt. Because he got power, and you can see it slowed down Inoue. And Inoue needs to be careful. See, he's not coming full force. Now he's cautious. And I think Donaire should throw another hard shot. Just right hand or a hook. Preferably right hand. Just to make Inoue stop and give him some time to rest. So you can see, I think Inoue should be working his jab a little bit more. Quick jabs, and then shoot to the body, and then come to the head, or shoot a couple of headshots and then rip to the body and then get out, just in case if Donaire tries to shoot another hard hook after that. So I think he should try that uppercut left hook to the body. And talk about Inoue. Good overhand right. You can see that's one of Donaire's best punches, that left hook. So Inoue needs to be careful with that. He's looking for that hard hook. So that was a 10-8 round from Inoue. Good body shot. If I was in Donaire's corner, I'd be like, listen, 12th final round, we have to. There's no ifs, ands, that we have to knock him out. You have to push the pressure on him, back him up into the ropes, let your hands go behind stiff, hard jabs, let your right hand go, and then once you land a hard right hand, finish with a hard left hook to the head, and then after that, rip to the body. Or throw a hard right hand to the body, then come up with that left hook to the head. I'll be like, just mix it up, mix your attack. But those are the two punches you need to be looking for. It's the right hand and the left hook. Whether you land them both together, or right hand to the body, left hook to the head, or right hand to the head, left hook to the body, something. I'm like, you got to sit on your shots and put that pressure on him non-stop behind a hard, stiff jab. If I was Inoue, I'd be like, that was good, beautiful, good body shot. I would just tell him, the only thing is, you shouldn't have been headhunting so much and getting reckless, neglecting your defense. That's why you got caught. This is the 12th final round. He's going to come out swinging with everything he's got to try to get you out there. Be smart. Box him. Box, hit and move. Hit and move. And even if you hurt him again, do not get reckless. Still throw your combination, but those hands come right back up. Whether you're throwing a hook, right hand, those hands stay right back glued to your face. Do not give this away, because he's looking for one big shot to put you out, or it hurts you where then he can step it up and put you out. But I would tell him, box him, hit and move, hit and move. Don't worry, don't take no risk. Just keep boxing him. And if you do hurt him, pressure, let your hands go. Smart though. Defense, don't neglect your defense. But let's hop into that 12th and final round, see how that goes. All right, 12th and final round. See, Inoue was trying to come forward with that jab. Donaire's bouncing around. I think, like I said, this is where Donaire, when he sees Inoue bouncing like that, he needs to take full advantage of trying to jab and catch him off guard. See, Inoue was just trying to bounce around, wind that clock down, because he knows he has this in the bag. He's not a good left hook from Donaire. That was a good changeup. He feinted low and came up with a quick left hook. He should try it again, but finish with a right hand. Those left hook, quick left hook, finish it with a hard right hand. You can see Inoue was trying to put the pressure on to let his hands go, and then he's moving, hitting and moving. And this is where Donaire should be trying to jab him, work that stiff, hard jab. Don't let Inoue just walk around and do whatever he wants. Good. You can see that he's coming forward in Donaire, but he's not working that jab. He needs to work a stiff, hard jab and then try to shoot to the body as well. Inoue is just moving. He knows he's got the fight in the bag. He's just waiting, letting Donaire come to him, and then he's trying to counter. See, Donaire's he should have tried to counter it with a left hook when Inoue was came at him like that. Inoue needs to be careful. He can't get too reckless, because like I said, that Donaire's looking for that big left hook and he doesn't want to get caught with nothing. So he needs to keep that chin down, keep the defense up. Yes, and move his head. You can see like Donaire's not trying to look for that knockout, so Inoue is feeling confident, wanting to put that pressure and make sure he won this round. There's no doubt in anyone's mind that he won this round. So, good jab. Good combination. I like how Inoue was letting his hands go and then he stepped out of range. He's making sure that this round is his. He's won. But he needs to be a little careful, because even though Donaire's moving back, he's still dangerous. He has power in both hands, so he can't get reckless. So he needs to be worrying about that defense as well. Good body shot. He shouldn't be pulling straight back like that. Good body shot. Donaire, you can see Donaire's just wanting for this round to be over. So you can see he was trying to look for that hard right hand, but he needs to work that jab to help set that right hand up. Inoue was just moving around. And now he's coming. He's trying to let his hands go get him in the last 10 seconds. So that was a good fight. Really good fight. I gave that round 10-9 Inoue. I'm going to tally up my scorecard to let you guys know how I felt it, but first we'll hear the judges say how they scored it. Let me know in the comments below who you thought won and what was your scorecard. But let's see what the judges got to say.
We go to the scorecards. Here are your score totals. Judge at ringside, Luigi Moscaleri has it 116-111. Otavio Rodriguez, 117-109. And Robert Hoyle scores the bot, 114-113. For your winner of the coveted Muhammad Ali Trophy and the IBF and WBA Ring Magazine Bantamweight Champion of the World, still undefeated, Naoya!
I disagree a little bit with that judge that scored at 114-113. If it wasn't for the knockdown, he would have had it a draw. I thought Inoue won this fight pretty convincingly. I had it 117-110 on my scorecard. I thought Inoue outboxed Donaire very well in this fight, and Inoue showed another a level to his game, because if you know Inoue when he was first coming up, he was pretty much a knockout artist, one punch, and he came forward. Not a pressure fighter, but he came forward looking with using speed and power to get you out of there. And knockout was written all over his mind, and you knew he was delivering a knockout. That's why he was called the Monster, or lived up to his nickname. This one, he was cut early on. He had a box. He had to move. He had to do more. He was a combination. It was more quick combinations. Inoue developed and learned so much in this fight. He became a better boxer in this fight, and I think this is what helped Inoue get better, and if he continues to progress, he'll even get better. But the reason I say all that is because this helped him step up. This fight helped him step up and show another level to Inoue, and that's why I said I feel like he did enough clearly to outbox Donaire, while Donaire was tensed up, trying to load up on 1 or 2 shots. Inoue, you would think, actually, believe it or not, you would think Donaire would have been the boxer and Inoue would have been the tight guy pressuring, trying to look for the knockout, but it was exact opposite. Inoue was the boxer while Donaire was trying to be tense, loading up and using his size. And that was another thing Inoue had to overcome, was the size, Donaire's size and power. So Inoue, it was a great fight. Both guys came to deliver and gave us, both hurting each other, both putting on shows. But I just disagree with that judge a little bit. Like, I felt this fight wasn't close. I felt like Inoue did enough to comfortably win the fight. But like I said, I'm not taking no credit away from Donaire, because there was at one point where you thought Donaire was done. He was losing to Carl Frampton, Nicholas Walters. He was losing. It seemed like he couldn't reach and capture the title again. He would never reach that pinnacle. But then he dropped down, and guess what? Won the title, made it to the finals in this fight, where he then showed like he still is the top guy and he shouldn't be taken lightly. Like, he's a huge threat in this division. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, this was a fight breakdown I did for my cousin Victorino. I hope you enjoyed. I hope everyone else enjoyed as well. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought, and check out my playlist over here for my other fight breakdowns, and I hope you guys also leave me in the comment below if you want to see me break down any other fights. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe. Until next time, this is El Castigador, and I'm checking out now, and I'll see you.